Good morning. It's August the 18th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day. Very little news out overnight. Great Britain retail sales beat by quite a bit the consensus estimate. The European Central Bank is having its policy meeting. No changes expected in the current stance or posture. Japanese imports and exports. Big misses last night. So generally speaking, economically around the globe, the global economy is contracting. It's slowing because of the strength of the dollar. Our exporting companies are suffering. Everybody pretty well accepts the fact that we've got tepid growth in the United States, and hopefully that'll change to moderate growth in the future. But what we've really faced since 2014, especially since 2014, is that all these optimistic economic forecasts get revised lower as the year progresses. So right now the hope is that the second quarter numbers, where our economy bottomed, and we're starting to grow again in the third quarter. And we'll have to see. That'll take time to figure that out. So, don't have a lot of news overnight. Don't have much news today in the United States that will drive the trading. Jobless claims, 265. Philly Fed, +2. Natural gas inventories, +26. And LEI, +0.2. None of this news usually moves the markets by much. So the focus will be Philly Fed and the jobless claims numbers, and after that back to the direction of the E-mini, which I think will be the major determinant. Resistance begins really at 12. We're currently at 6.5. Last rotate up stopped at 8, so selling failure to take out 8 to 12, and I'd like to get that trade done at 11 or better. Would be the first trade of the day. And then if we get through the 12 area, really next resistance starts at 16. So the 16 to 20 area would be sell number 2. On the buy side, we've got this volume down here right against the buck. We're at 6.5, so the buck to 04, buy 1. And 25 to 29, buy 2. Structurally, if you had to make a trade, it would be from the short side, given what's come before us over the last 3 to 4 days. The Fed, right now, everybody, the Fed can raise interest rates in September, most likely in December. Treasuries have been sold heavily into that. You all know my thinking. I don't think they will raise rates, given the kind of problems it would create between them and the White House. The White House is full press. In fact, Obama says when he comes back from a vacation, he's going to do something no president has ever done before, which is kind of his legacy. He's going to actively campaign for Hillary for the next 30 days. And I mean, every tradition has been overturned several ways. Laws are being broken on a regular basis by this administration with impunity. Nobody calls them on it. They can't be called a racist. And he's played that card well to get his way. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. They play minimally chess. The Republicans don't even play checkers anymore. There is no counter check to what's going on. So that's why I don't think the Fed will change interest rates. Okay, looking at the bond, first area of resistance is 28 to the buck. Sell 3 to 7. And we'll jump it up to 15 to 19. On the buy side, we've got support definitely at 20. My last rotate down stopped at 22, then 21, then 20. So we'll make 18 to 22, number 1. 9 to 13, buy 1. and then 1 to 5 buy 2. I basically see a trading range today. I don't think we have the news required to break us out or break us down. Gold was up when I looked at it an hour and a half or so ago. We'll see if it's holding that. Ran into sellers at 60. That's kind of where we had it yesterday. We had 55 to 60 was our sell zone as we left the markets yesterday. That's holding up fairly well. Looking at London session, 58 is where resistance is. So sell 1, 58 to 60, 63, 65, sell 2. On the buy side, we rejected prices below 52, so 50 to 52 buy 1, 45, 47 buy 2. I see a trading range here too. Don't think we have enough to move the markets one way or the other this morning. When we come into conditions like this, where you don't have a lot of news, you don't have going on, the most violent, volatile rally is a short covering rally, and no one ever knows what kicks those off. No one can predict what kicks off a trend day, and some days they just get going. And so I think if the market were to trend in a big way, it would be higher off of short covering, a short squeeze in gold. But I don't really see that happening. The first clue that we get that we might be in trending conditions is a profile that's no more than 3 letters wide. And it's very, very effective at predicting trend days that way. Okay, the euro was up. We had basically a sell yesterday at 113 even and 113.25. We almost made it to 50, so selling 45s to 55, sell 1, 13.75, sell 2. This market is trading higher. The ECB is not expected to change anything today. On the buy side, 113 even is where we do have some support. Bottom of value is 1320, so 1315, 1325 buy 1, 113 even buy 2. Crude oil. In contango, expiration, you should be in the October contract today. That was running plus 70 to the September. The dynamics that we face are short covering in the September contract, rolling those shorts into October. It usually carries us through expiration and sometimes a couple of 3 days after expiration. So next opportunity for big time selling, my guess, would come Monday after the September contract is gone. So this is the October contract that we're looking at right now, and it's plus 70 to September, and we're clearly through that low volume number at 46.95. So resistance is 47.75, 48, sell 1, 48 and a quarter, 48.50, sell 2, 47, 47 and a quarter, buy 1, 46.50, 46.75 by 2. I think the market's going to trade higher into Friday, just because of the roll from September shorts to into October shorts. And we thought that, we would have this short squeeze, and the direction of crude was higher. Doesn't mean we can't sell into it, and we've had some good shorts, but once you understand the dynamics and how they work, it's best to position yourself with the longer term trend. The trend truly is your friend. Okay, the E-mini, kind of right in the middle of the trading range right now. You can see that we're building volume in the 77, 78 area. We're beneath that right now. Pretty good support, 65 to 70. Pretty good resistance, 85 to 90. And that's kind of where we find ourselves right now. So the first sell, pretty aggressive, 80 to 82. Longer term, I do think this market is still headed up, but maybe not today. 85, 87, sell 2. On the buy side, we've got volume down at 67.50. We're at 75 right now. I think we are pointed lower, so we'll make 70, 72 by 1. And then our 65, 67 by 2. And we'll see if we get there. Again, not much in the way of news. Jobless claims plus 265. Philly Fed plus 2. Probably Philly Fed will carry a little bit more weight. LEI plus 0.2%. And natural gas inventories plus 26B. So pretty quiet on the news front today. Going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I'll be back with you as soon as possible.